Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey, it's Monday, it's Monday, it's Monday, it's Monday. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey, it's Monday. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I wanted to do all that stuff so I wouldn't be, but God is having me be more transparent, and I knew that. When I was fasting, I knew God was going to have me being a little bit more transparent and like really sharing my life raw and uncut. And now I'm starting to understand why he is doing that. I'm just like, God, what all are you gonna have me sharing now? Anybody who knows me knows that I'm me in a season where I'm quiet, but I'm speaking, and I made a video about that yesterday and posted it. And that's where relationship with God comes in at. He has me in a season where people think that, I don't know, kind of like they think you don't know what's going on. Or I say you, but I do, right? So, and maybe that's why it was hitting me to post so hard about be quiet yesterday, because when you know something, you be wanting to speak up, right? But God is saying, I took my spray in my room. So that's where I'm at right now with, my life is God is, I guess you can say, exposing a lot of stuff, or even just giving me a lot of things, but yet saying, be quiet, don't speak about it, it's between us. So I get it now. At first it was kind of frustrating, but now I'm starting to get it. That's why I say it's so important to have that relationship with him. And I'm just doing the bare minimum today because I'm going to be in the house pretty much. But having that relationship with him is so important. And I woke up this morning and I discovered not anything in my house, was just like looking, at life and going through stuff. I discovered stuff like wow type of stuff that had me really like in my feelings about some stuff when I saw it on technology is a beast. That's what I will say. The internet is a beast, and I'm so glad that that's no longer a addiction, because that's what it was for me. I'm so glad that I don't use it as a tool to be messy or make myself look like something that I'm not. And people, we have to be able to discern when somebody mess is mess, like for real. And we have to also know when the enemy is doing stuff, because the enemy will try to get you to fall back into your old ways by putting stuff in front of your face, right? And then sometimes it'll lead you to want to speak about stuff that God is telling you to be quiet about. But just be quiet. Just be quiet. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being you. But also be wise when you're being you. And that's what I'll say. My lip gloss is in the office. That's what I will say. Just be wise. Don't allow yourself to be used. Use your gift for discernment. And if you have a relationship with God, you build that relationship and not religion with God, your gift for discernment will definitely let you know how far to go with people. I'm gonna start taking allergy medicine every night. I got to. Um, but yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I pretty much, well, my kitchen looks like a tornado went through it. I didn't know it looked that bad, but we finna get ready to go do that kitchen. I don't know. First, I have to get set up for homeschool. But yeah, the kitchen definitely needs to be done. That you be quiet when God tells you to be quiet, even if you feel like, dang, I'm finna say, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't see that piece. But don't do it. Stay quiet. It'll be worth it in the long run. Like sometimes we want fast results, and that's not what we need. We need slow results so they'll stay stable. So yeah, I I am literally, when I tell y'all I'm walking by faith with my life right now. I don't know what the season is because it's like it's good, but it's still just shaking, and it's like, what is going on? But y'all know. Okay, y'all, I'm back. But just make sure you're being faithful to God. You're able to hear His voice and not your own. I mean, don't, because sometimes we can think God is saying speak when we don't need to speak, or deal with that situation now when God is not telling you to deal with it now. Sometimes it feels like if I just do, why would He want me to do this when I could just do this and it'll be done? And then God is saying, no, be still and know that I am God, basically. Be still and know that I am God. And that's literally where He has me at right now, where it's just like, all I have to do is, but you want me to do why? And I'm trusting Him. I see a lot of doors opening that were closed, and now I'm knowing why they were closed. Because God will remove people, certain people, but He'll keep people there. He'll keep people, and sometimes it's the people that you least expect that will stay, and then sometimes it's the people that you least expect that will be removed. And sometimes it's not you removing them, but it might be them saying that they done with you, and you're confused, like, what in the world? But it could be God removing them, right? And then sometimes it'll just be you cutting off people, but we have to really know how to just let God work things out for us and not want to do things our own way. And that's the season that He really had me in. It's a test season for my, like, you gonna do what I told you to do? Because now I know you, like, you can hear me. Like, it ain't no, oh, well, I don't know. I can't hear Him. Like, I hear Him clearly. So now it's just like, are you going to do what I told you to do? Even when all this chaos seems to be around you. So yesterday when I did that, last night when I made that video, because that was last night, it was random. I just made the video about being quiet, and I know it was because what He was doing for me through the night and this morning, right? I needed to be quiet, and I also needed to know what He wanted me to do and not what I wanted to do myself. So I'm just, like I said, I'm going to be more transparent. And then sometimes you be like, people be doing this type of content just so they can get bigger, or so they can do this and so they can do that. And I have never done that. I have never put things out on social media that I just feel like is stuff that I don't want to share. Because most of the time, the stuff that you doubt and you don't want to share is the stuff that's going to really be that ticket that's going to get you through that door. And that's not me. I don't just put things out there to blow up. I put things out there that God tells me to put out. But I do, like I said, I do feel like He's causing me to be more bold. And one of my spiritual sisters actually prophesied that to me. Well, shoot, was it my spiritual? No, it was my daughter. She actually prophesied that to me about being bold. I told her the same thing. And like God has me at a level where now it's being bold to share the things that I'm uncomfortable with sharing. But God say share, I have to share, and that's what I do. God say be quiet, I be quiet, and that's what I do. That is just me in my new season of life. So I'm here for it. I am going to post, like I said, I'm posting this one immediately. I don't even know what I was talking about. I feel like I was just kind of rambling. But maybe somebody needed to hear this, what I'm going to say. But just stay tuned for my content. I don't know what I'm giving out, but I know I am going to be a lot more transparent in this season and letting God navigate me instead of life navigating me. Because sometimes we can have so much on our plate and you just don't know by looking at a person what they're going through, what their story looks like. And I'm a living testimony of that. Like, you never know you don't know what's inside the book till you open up and start reading the pages, right? The cover does not give a book justice. So my book is starting to be open, y'all. So, and I'm going to share with y'all whatever God reveals, tell me to share. And I think he has me making content like this to kind of warn y'all and me, like, girl, be quiet, but just know you finna be talking. So we here for it. We're here for whatever God wants us to do. I've accomplished so many things that God has told me to be quiet about, y'all. And I feel like he's going to start telling me to speak about them. And I'm so, I don't know. I don't know if I'm excited, if I'm nervous, because it's a lot of things that goes on in the background of my life that even my family members don't know about. Close friends. Well, I don't have a lot of friends. I have one best friend. So I don't have a lot of people that I just share information with. I do have a spiritual sister that I love with everything in me. And she watches my content. Actually, shoot, from day one, and her name is Alyssa. She was showing up and showing out for me on here when I had nobody else watching. She was the person who literally kept me going with just posting, because she was saying how I was helping her. And God will use people. He will use that one person that just keeps you going. And I didn't want to fail God nor her. I'm like, she's looking for me to post. Like, every time I post, it resonates with her. So I have to keep going for her. And now for me to just, and I'm not having a whole bunch of people just watching my content, but even if I get 10 people watching a video, I feel so grateful and so honored that people took out the time to watch me. And without it being messy, I never want to do content to hurt anyone. I never want to do content to discredit my beliefs or anything like that. So anything that I do, even if it's a hard topic, even if it's something where people might say, I can't believe she did that to me, it's not to hurt anyone. It's just me doing what God is telling me to do, what he's called me to do. And I think that's why he had me looking at so many people before he even took me down this journey. Like, this wasn't something that I just did overnight. Like, God had me studying other people and watching other content. Some of it wasn't spiritual. It was just different content and platforms. And he told me mine would be YouTube. So he really had me studying people on YouTube. Some like me, some had different qualities that God put inside of me, and some was totally opposite. But now I'm just starting to see. I tell people all the time, like, God, I'm in God University. Like, no one is teaching me how to do this but God. And not just this as in the content, but my life. So he had me in training, and I know he had me seeing people that was just being vulnerable and sharing everything, not keeping anything out, because such a time as this, Esther 4:14. So I'm about to start sharing things that's behind the scenes, and I mean, it is what it is. I'm not somebody who, I used to be somebody who would be embarrassed by certain stuff and not want to, like, even with my bonnet on doing content and in the bed with my gown on, all those things that's not Camila. That was never Camila. I wanted to be put together. I'm not somebody who goes outside with a bonnet on. I always want to be put together, but God had me being vulnerable then. Because he would give me a message and I'll say, okay, let me get up and get in. He'll say no, just like that. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be like on camera, but now I know it was just him getting me ready, conditioning me for what he had for me, right? And where he was taking me. So we here to do it, y'all. We here to do it. So this is going to be the end of this video. I'm going to, start doing what I got to do because I don't even know. I feel like I was just rambling, y'all. I was just rambling, but I see why he had me in Proverbs, the book of Proverbs. I see why he had me read all the gospel, which was random, the book of John Saturday, and it was literally my life. If the book of John, so much of it was my that I was watching was just like things that's going on, went on in my life, and it just resonated with me tremendously. But y'all, when I share information with y'all about things, whatever God has me share, just know as I'm sharing, I still got my smile. I still have my joy. And that's how I know that God is in it. Because it's been a few tough seasons. And when I say tough season, years, maybe my whole life has been tough. That's what I will say. I don't know if anybody else is out there where you just feel like I just been existing in life. I didn't realize I had just been existing in life. And I feel like it has caused me, or it had caused me to make choices that I probably would not have made had I not just been existing. But what I will say with me existing in life is caused me to be a very strong person who can get through so many things that most people probably would break. And I can't wait to just share my life with y'all, like, for real. Besides like my daily content and just whatever, but I can't wait. Am I nervous? Oh, yeah. Because it's some difficult stuff, it's some tough stuff, it's some stuff that you just don't want the world to know. But when God is using you to do things like this, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Like, I'm not just on social media talking down on people, posting to make people look like my life is something that is not, or the people that surround me are evil and they're out to get me. I don't do things like that. That's not what my platform is for. So if I'm talking about something that may be a little difficult in this season or in a past season, it's because God has told me to do it. Like, I keep that kind of stuff private. Like, I'm not going to go on social media and type type nothing negative about a certain person in my life and be throwing shots at them, like at my family or my mom, or even like work situations or my partner or my kids. Like, I never do that. And sometimes I have to tell. Now, the old me, yeah, Coco would do that, but Camila Jones, Camila Divine, that person, I don't do things like that. And it's been a couple of times I've had to tell people, like, no, that wasn't because of you. Like, that was just something God led me to post. It had nothing to do with anybody. Like, it was just on my heart. Or maybe, it aligned with you. And I just feel like anytime someone something aligns with you that people post that have a genuine heart, and then sometimes a person that have a genuine heart, and we can be so unhappy with ourselves we can feel like they don't. A person can be doing the best that they can, giving us the best that they can, and we'll think that they're not because we want to see the negative in them. And I'm not saying I'm the best person in the world, but I'm a very genuine person. I would help a stranger. I don't try to talk down on people. I try to encourage and lift people up. That's what I try to do. And anyone who knows me, anybody who has, you don't even have to say you were in the same room with me, but anyone who's ever had a chance to just talk to me, like anywhere, I have a very genuine heart. I always try to lift people up, even when I'm down. I'm not someone who want to kick you while you're down. I want to extend my hand to pick you up. But sometimes people can portray you as something different, and it ain't always for you to speak about it, y'all. Like, if people know, people will know you by the fruit that you bear. Period. Period. And if they really know you and they took the time to get to know you, if anyone is trying to, what's the word? Destroy your character. If God ain't telling you to say nothing, just don't. Let it be. Because people will know you by the fruit that you bear. So they will know you. Just be quiet. And that's why he has so many of us in our quiet era. Like, look at Jesus. They talked, they did all of that stuff. He even told Peter, what, you would deny me 3 times. And Peter said, no, I'm not. But what did he do? He denied him 3 times. And he heard, what was it, the rooster? And then he like, oh, well, yeah, I knew you was going to do it. Because God will give us the tool to warn them, like, look, this is what's going to happen. This is what, look, now I need you to, but people won't listen. Even those who genuinely call themselves loving you, you can tell them exactly what you see. People can lead them to it and they still overlook it. And all we can do after that is pray. Pray. In this season of my life, I have handed a lot of people back over to God because that's what I'm supposed to do. I can't force anybody. I can't yell at anybody. I can't make a person see who I am. So I'm going to end this right here. And y'all remember to allow God to be the navigation of your life. He will not steer you wrong. I love you. But most importantly, he does. And it ain't nothing you can do about it but what? Love him right on back. I'll see y'all shortly.